What's up, OG?
This is
I get you good.
Hosea chapter 1, verse 9. It says, "Then said the Most High, call his name, lo I me, for you are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel should be as the sands of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power."
Yeah, so that's where that goes into that Gentile talk. Because the Lord departed from us, he cut us off. You're not my people, but you still shall what? Be as the sand of the sea, meaning what? You still shall exist. And then you should be cut off from your heritage, but you're going to be called into the sons of the living power. And that's being redeemed, we're being brought back. It was brought back through Yahweh Shai, via through his crucifixion. Okay? And that same crucifixion was prophesied through Abraham and Isaac. Okay? It was also prophesied via through Egypt in itself. The concept of putting a lamb on the doorpost. Okay? That doorpost is representative of what's entering us, man. You know, our hearts or our minds. Okay? You know, so when you put that blood, you covered in the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. That means you internally accept this. That don't mean you just read it and then memorize it and you still a nigga. You know, you have to believe that with the Lord is the Lord's blood gives us salvation, man. Okay? And his blood requires a lot of activities, for lack of better words.
No. She gave us some books. A whole book bag full of books. I put them in the car. But the beautiful thing, she stopped and she said that I've been looking for y'all for weeks, and I got something for y'all. I want to give y'all these books because y'all here fighting. I want to give y'all the weapons to fight with.
Hey, we were talking about doing what? Getting into books, you know? And that shows what? We were talking about this now, faith. You know what I'm saying? Because we started talking about this before it even happened, and then the Lord provided us with, you know, books.
Man.
So, you know, that shows you that the Lord be moving, man.
Heavy books. I mean, that joint was heavy.
Okay.
Strong's Concordance.
She took it back?
No, she took the book bag back. Because she couldn't give me just the books. She had to put it in a suitcase.
Okay, yeah. You know? But that's the Lord, that's how the Lord saying, hey, you ain't tripping. Yeah, this is what the Spirit's saying. Like, yeah, y'all want y'all to you know, get into this historical structure. All right, because now you got to have balance because of making the many books, there is no end. So it's not like you're gonna get salvation through reading a lot of books. That's where a lot of these niggas fall off at. It's just information, you know, because you got to pick out the bones, but it still helps you be well-rounded within the scriptures. When you read about historical accounts, you get your languages up. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know, okay, that's why we're going to the etymology. The etymology is pretty much breaking down that word to its base form. And it's always going to go back to a different language.
Yeah.
So knowing different languages is important because the American language is a bastardized language, basically picking from every language and using prefixes and suffixes to make the word usable. You know, like re-meaning back. So if you go like, you know, rebound, you know what I'm saying? So bound means probably, you know, if you go to bound, it probably means secure. It's to secure it again or get it back again. You know what I'm saying? But that word bound may go back to a Germanic form or something. You know? You about to get it? We're going to go into redeem next. But we're going to use a basic word that people can accept and understand, a universal one. Then we're going to go into the word redeem.
Going to the word, I got a couple definitions. But the bound, it says fastened from the mid-14th century in figurative sense of compelled. Earlier in fuller form, bound down which means under obligation, or from the adjective bind.
Yeah, that's why it says fasten. That's why basketball players go up and get it. They snatch it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take this. Okay? That's why they yell, It's like, it's bound. I got it. It's for me.
Right.
You know?
You claiming it.
Yep.
What's the other word you said?
No, I want to get to what it goes back to. They say the language.
This another definition. So this is another definition of the word bound. It says,
and this one is more important because it's a verb. It means an actual action.
Yeah,
Okay.
it says to leap, spring upward, jump from the 1590s, from French bondir to rebound, resound, echo, from Old French to leap, jump, rebound. Originally make a noise, sound a horn, beat a drum. From the 13th century, ultimately to echo back. From Vulgar Latin, bambitre.
Yeah, like a bounce back. But it goes back into these other languages. Which is interesting to where, you jumping up, it's a rebound, but you basically echo backing. You know what I'm saying? The ball went this way, you echo back and take it back.
Yeah, the ball bounced back off the rim.
Yeah, it came back to you, and you basically echoed it back. You did whatever happened in reverse. And if we go this way, out somebody's hand, came back into somebody's hand. So that's rebound, but mean back, and bound means to basically secure or to echo back. When you go into the verb action, it means to echo back again, okay, or to take it back, okay. So let's go to redeem.
All right, this is the verb. This is the verb version of the word redeem on the Entomar line. It says from the early 15th century, buy back, ransom, also in a theological sense.
Buy back. That means you had it at a point. That's like O.J. Simpson in his trophy or his shoe. He was redeeming, what was his. But his currency was an ass whooping or just aggressiveness. Like give me what's mine. And guess what? People like that was his anyway. They took it from him. So when the Lord brought us back, we was redeemed. We were bought back because we were once his. Everybody know that the nation of Israel were once the chosen people. But what y'all try to misconstrue is when the Lord redeemed, when he said that he redeemed, you say, oh, he brought everybody's in now. We're all bought back in. No, you was never in. So how can you be bought back in?
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
It says also in a theological sense, delivered from sin and spiritual death. From Old French, redeemer, buy back. From Latin, redeemer, to redeem, buy back.
A lot of our language go back to Latin. You know what I'm saying? Latin is a language that, it's Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. That what was written on the stone. On the pretty much the headstone, so-called, or the over Yahushua's crucifixion in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, King of the Jews. That's proof in that time that was a major language being used in it because now you got to hold in account basically that those are the three major languages used. And you can't say, well, oh, that was just that area. That was Rome. You know what I'm saying?
Rome was everywhere.
Yeah, Rome is America. The same way America is, you got a bunch of people here. What is the major languages? You automatically it's English, Spanish. I can't really say maybe Chinese. You know what I'm saying? But English and Spanish, that's why they always have Spanish stuff written on everything. Because they know that's an automatic second language. All right?
Don't in order to be like a police officer, you gotta learn that shit.
What?
The Latin, or no, is that a lawyer? You gotta learn Latin and shit. I forget exactly.
You have to be a doctor. You gotta
to be a pilot, you gotta learn English.
Yeah, but he's talking about something else as far as I know doctors for sure, the lawyer thing. I think I know Latin for sure. You go ahead.
French is a pretty major language in America too, right?
Yeah, but it's not that it's not that major to where you're not gonna hear it every day.
Yeah.
Like it's an actual something that when they put Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, you got to take that concept. They're writing in the languages because they know these type of people is gonna come up. You know what I'm saying? So that's showing you that their population and the Israelites at that time were speaking these three different languages: Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. All right, because you had your Grecians, you got Mesopotamia, I believe, that area, and then the Latin was Rome, and then you had Hebrew, okay? Hey, you probably had that Swahili shit, all that shit existing at that time too.
Everybody spoke some kind of dialect.
Yeah, but the majority of us spoke those three dialects, which means that they were Greek-speaking Jews at that point in time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or Latin-speaking Jews. Okay?
It says, it keeps repeating it, but a couple different definitions. It says, it says back, re meaning back.
Let's go to Deen. You already know re means back.
Deen meaning to take or buy.
Yep, Deen meaning to take or buy. So you're taking something back again. You know what I'm saying? So let's go into 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, right? We were discontinued from Yahweh. All right, we were separated. We read why we were separated, because we played the harlot. How would we play the harlot? The same way Adam and Eve did, through taking a covering, but not of the Most High Spirit. Okay? But we were brought back to Yahushua, but not everybody, because you had to do what? You have to accept the blood. You have to accept the body of Yahushua. Okay? You got to accept the word. You got to accept the gospel, man. And that gospel got to be written in your inward, or not written in your inward parts, but that gospel got to be sealed in your head. You know? Before we get that, can you get that in Ezekiel where it says Mark, set a mark upon them that sigh and cry, all the abominations? That's that doorpost. You know what I'm saying? Or if it basically the people that's being marked are the people that's believed to be right. So the people that are right, that seal is on them. Okay? You're marking them.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Yeah, not in a place where there's no traffic, there's no, that's why we go in the midst of the city, man. We go to the busiest parts, okay?
It says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's right. And how are we setting that mark through the word? Because it goes back to Wisdom of Solomon. Let's read that. The Songs of Solomon. That it was yet for a moment. Let's get that real quick.
And just as you mentioned, everybody wasn't redeemed by the blood. There's only a select few that were redeemed by the blood. And when you go into this word mark in here, the Hebrew word is tawah, which means it's a mark exempt from judgment.
Yeah, so that's the same. That's the same, because you got to think about it. It doesn't say it, but when you go back into Egypt, don't mean every Israelite put that blood on the doorpost.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, just like they was complaining, man, we could have been in Egypt all this. I'm quite sure there was some niggas like, I ain't leaving because of this. You know, and some many are called, few are chosen. Okay, go ahead,
You
though.
want a song, Tommy?
Yeah, there's a yet but for a moment,
No.
and night upon my
Yeah, that's-
bed.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Song of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. By night on my bed, I sought him whom my soul loveth.
Yeah, because we're in the Lord said go in the midst of the city. So it's like the Lord is moving the chess pieces. He tell us go in the midst of the city, and then he'll put the spirit on somebody to meditate on them while they at rest, while they just probably at work, sitting at, you know what I'm saying, or watching things throughout the world. And the Lord is constantly like, man, you see that shit? You see that shit? It's fucked up, ain't it? You see this? Man, they wild, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? And then he tell us to come out here and speak on these things and use the word to give the clarity. So when you walk by, you know, let's go ahead and get it.
I sought him, but I found him not. I will rise now and go about the city in the streets, and in the broad ways will I seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him.
The broad ways, that's in its midst of the city, where everybody moving at. We ain't talking about Broadway, you know, singing and dancing. We're talking about a high level of traffic, man. Okay?
Says, I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me.
Yeah, because the Lord told us to do what? To go into the highways and the hedges, the broad ways, at the opening of the gates. That's why you're supposed to do what the hell he tell you to do. That's why he tell you to, you go out, he tell you to go out, you go out. Don't try to make it like, I don't gotta go out. He ain't making it like, he's telling you to make this so we can intersect.
He said the fool's just a preacher.
It's always been like that. What it was? It was a couple times when the Lord, like with Tobit, he'll have Tobit to go this way, and then he'll tell, you know, with Peter and the servants, with the Gentile situation. You know what I'm saying? Well, not Gentile. Yeah, with Cornelius. The Lord told Peter to do something, and then he told Cornelius to do something at the same time. What if one of them didn't listen? You
Then
see
it
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
missed. It
It would have missed the mark. All right. So that's what happens. You listen to the Lord. You move when He tell you to move.
That's just like the lady with the books. You know, she said that she been looking for us. She been going by the city looking.
Yeah.
The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and I will not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her that conceived me.
Yeah. So what is that talking about? I ain't talking about actually taking a person home. That's taking the information home. You're going home and you're getting back to your roots, man. You're really sitting down. You know, when you take something and bring it to your mother, it's like, you know, with excitement. Look what I got. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is something important to you. You don't just sit there and like, that was nice to hear, and walk off. You go home like, yo, start looking through, reading, Googling, and researching. Nigga ain't gotta chase nobody up to Israel, man. We supposed to just tell the truth, and you supposed to get excited. You know, what else you gotta do from there, man? You know, that's our job, to tell the truth. It's gonna either wake you up to everlasting salvation or everlasting damnation, man. Or solidify your everlasting damnation. Because we're gonna speak the same thing. You'll walk by the same Israelite, because we talking about Israelites getting saved. For one, only Israel will get saved. Can we get that in Jeremiah? Was it 30 and 10 or something? I believe when he said, he said, he shall destroy Israel, but
I
you know what I'm saying? I think it's Jeremiah 30 and 10 or 10 and 30 either two.
You were talking about the Jacob's trouble?
No, it ain't Jacob's trouble. Yeah, no, it said, I will not utterly destroy it. My will destroy, but I will not utterly destroy the whole house of Jacob.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Yeah, so so he will correct us in measure. All right? But his will is not to destroy all of us. He also said that. He said, my will is not to destroy them, but that they should come to repentance. You know, just because say, not my will to destroy all, doesn't mean he's not going to destroy all. That's not place semantics. He said, I don't want to fuck all y'all up. You know, like when your mother say, I don't want to whoop your ass, does that mean she's not going to whoop your ass? You know, yeah, you get your ass whooped. It's like, I don't want to do it, but I got to. You're making me do it. So you know why people try to take because they really don't care about the word, they care about what they want. And they try to bend the law and make it fit them, or fit their agenda. That's why the Lord said there is no private interpretation. So what is the interpretation? It's not ours. It's what's consistent with the scriptures. The Lord always only dealt with Israelites, period. Even when he was the Lord, wasn't the Lord of the Sabbath, right? You know, or Lord of the Sabbath oath, like it was the Lord of the Sabbath. The Lord of the Sabbath oath, you know what I'm saying? And he said, I am the Lord of the Sabbath too. Because when they was eating the corn on the Sabbath, it was like, yo, you know, it's me. What are you talking about? Like, I wrote this book. So if he wrote the book to do that with the Sabbath, why he didn't just bring heathens in with him? You know what I'm saying? If that was cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't get it's he in Rome. He can get a lot of men, you know, but the Lord never dealt like that. The same thing when we're rebuilding the house of Israel, which we're rebuilding the house of David right now. When he was rebuilding the house, the heathens came, I want to help. And what they say, we believe like y'all believe. We do what y'all do. You know, they had a true desire to want to put a sincere effort toward helping. But what was our response? Nah, this is Israelites only, man. It's the same thing with the salvation. It's Israelites only, not for the whole world. Gentiles are just Greek-speaking Jews or Israelites in a different state of mind. It could be democracy. It could be there could be a Roman, an actual Roman. They could believe in Cuba, Quetzalcoatl, whatever they're into. But then when they wake up and say I'm an Israelite, they came out that Gentile state of mind. Okay, and only Israelites can do that based off the blood, because we said that in Romans. But Abraham was called, you know what I'm saying? But through the seed was he chosen? You know what I'm saying? Or was it Abraham or yeah, Abraham.
Yeah, it was Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac. Through the seed, through a bloodline, man. So the point is, a bloodline connects a covenant, man. A covenant can't be got by choosing it. You got to be within that bloodline, and then you got to want it. You know, it's just like what you call that shit when you get your savings from your parents and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're talking about like when you get of age.
Yeah.
And
What's that beneficiary?
But yeah, when it's pretty much that deal when you get the money, when you get of age or accomplish a certain goal, you get it. That's what's promising to you. But at the same time, what if you don't want it? What if you say I don't want that shit? And they walk off. That's what 2/3 of Israel are doing. The Lord like, all right, you know, you can get up in here. You know what I'm saying? You reach, you're covered in the blood. That's all you have to do. You know what I'm saying? I died, now you can come back in. And certain Israelites is not like nah, I don't want to come.
nah.
You know? And that's because they believe that Egypt is better. You know, there's a lot of reasons, but they just don't believe that the Lord is a better route. You know, personal common sense would take a better route. You know? So why aren't they taking this clear-cut better route? Because they don't believe this. They don't believe. They don't have faith.
This the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words.
Yeah, ye men of Israel, hear these words. Okay? Not the whole world. Okay?
I'm going to finish it for the it says, Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High, among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which the Most High did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know. You know, so that was the point of bringing that out, just to back the brother up. Because only Israel has a chance to the salvation. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
all the rest of these heathen nations, if you're not on this side, you're not gonna get salvation. And of course it has to be by the seed of your father. All right?
Let's get that in second Ezra. We'll wrap it up.
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they praised the Lord with songs.
That's that innumerable multitude too. Is that, you know, like niggas will just want to grab a innumerable multitude and say that could be anybody. What's in context of the scriptures? The Lord always calls it innumerable multitude. Sometimes he'll refer to the heathens too, but it's within context. The Lord only deals with Israel. So the innumerable multitude is Israelites. Okay.
In the very next chapter, chapter 3, verse 36, it says, Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen.
Yeah.
It's so many. It's so many. It's just people choose not to.
You got to stay in that lane.
Exactly.
You can't go in, you know, because it's good over here. You got to stay on your diet. You should have put them hoes on.
For real.
These motherfuckers gonna keep this one.
Another layer.
Yeah.
Verse 43. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
I think it's probably the first Ezra, the second chapter. Talking about that great question. You know what I'm saying? That there was no longer, Israel was no longer my people.
Oh, that's the truth.
I don't know if it's the fourth chapter or the first book of Ezra. Second book. Chapter 2. We'll just get in and sit down. Start reading about the Psalms. Were you in the right chapter? Second Ezra chapter 2?
Yeah.
You're talking a man taller than the rest.
Yeah, I read that.
What verse is that?
42, starting at 42.
No,
on
I'm
down.
on the second Ezra chapter 2 and 1. Yeah, that was throwing me off.
Okay, slack you.
Yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, I brought this people out of bondage and gave them my commandments by my servants the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsels. The mother that bare them saith unto them, Go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken.
And it's almost like it's happening again, all over, okay? They're despising the counsel. What is the counsel? The word of the Most High, the interpretation that we're giving you. And there's no private interpretation, so the ones we're giving you is coming from the Lord.
I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye have sinned before the Lord your power, and done that thing which is evil before him.
Yeah, so I've lost you. Okay? Go ahead.
But what shall I now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of the Lord.
Yeah, I am a widow and forsaken. When you're a widow, I mean what? You're not married anymore. Okay? That's what Israel said. So I'm a widow and forsaken, and they went away. Okay? Go ahead.
As for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over my mother of these children, which will not keep my covenant, that thou bring them to confusion, and their mother to a spoil, that there may be no offspring of them.
Yeah. So like pretty much Israelites we lost our heritage. There's nobody like keep giving us our heritage, man. He didn't wipe us out. He's basically saying like, I'm about to put you through something that you're gonna lose your way. You know? Go ahead.
Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant.
See? It's like I'm about to make you lose your ways to where you're going to be non-existent. All right? The fact that we're not existent, the fact that we don't got a way or custom, we're non-existent, man. You can't even label us as we're Afro-American, African-Americans. But if we kept our customs all the way up to this time, you would have to call us Israelites. You know what I'm saying? In some way or fashion, no matter how Esau twisted, if we would have kept our ways all the way up until now, you would have to call us Israelites. All right? You know, Esau may say black Hebrew Israelites or secular Israelites or whatever but you have to connect us to that. But the Lord separated our ways, and now we're coming back. Now it makes it harder to be believed that you're an Israelite. But it's meant to be like that because it's going to require faith. Okay? Or it's going to prove if you really believe the word.
Woe be unto thee, Ashur, thou hidest the unrighteous in thee. O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah, whose land lieth in clods of pitch and heaps of ashes. Even so also will I do unto them that hear me not, saith the Almighty Lord. Thus saith the Lord unto Esdras, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me.
See? Like you can't say who the hell, who you think he's talking to? Is he talking to himself, talking to the same person? Yeah. Tell my people, we all know it's people of Israel, I will give them the kingdom that I was going to give to Israel. You know what I'm saying?
With whom was I grieved with 40 years?
Yeah. Like it's saying basically he turned his back on us and he's like, I'm going to give it to you, the new grape cluster. Because these other niggas just, what did he represent with the 40 years? What happened in 40 years? All the wicked got wiped away. All right? So we're in a time that all the wicked got wiped away. All the niggas just, we all, and then it was like a section that came out. It always come out like one person, that one person brings the rest of